Jennifer McCray, it's time! Hi guys, it's Moschino. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. First of all, I need to apologise to someone. Jennifer. The superstar sensation that is Jennifer McCray. She very kindly gifted me this fragrance on the promise that I would review it, and I said I would, and that was months ago, so I'm really sorry, but I do get to things eventually. I just have videos coming out of my ears and things always pop up, but I'm doing it. So, disclaimer. This fragrance is a unicorn. I'm doing this review because of the wonderful gift I received, and I made a promise to someone and I'm keeping that promise, albeit very late. So today I'm reviewing the very long discontinued and very much loved Moschino COUTURE. If you go onto Fragrantica and read reviews of this, if your interest isn't piqued, I don't know what will be, because the reviews of this are stellar. It seems like there are a lot of heartbroken people in the world that miss and really love this fragrance. So I don't mean to tease anyone, I'm doing this for a friend and because it's quite an interesting and fun fragrance. So let's talk about it. So it came out in 2004, it's known as a floral woody musk, and the note list is really unusual. There's a couple of fantasy accords going on. Oh, I should show you the bottle as well while I'm here. Here it is in all of its glory, and it's got lots of fingerprints all over it. Sorry about that. So it's got lots of fantasy accords. To me, this is quite an oddball. Some people, Jennifer included, have compared this to one of my holy grails, Dolce & Gabbana's Red Cap, the original formula, or the original one with the red cap, not the new marshmallowy one. And I do kind of see some similarities, but this is way more odd. Anyway, the notes. Top notes are bergamot, tangerine, and black pepper. The heart notes are where you have these fancy things going on. You have yellow poppy, you have pomegranate blossom, and then you have poppy seeds as well. That's a weird heart note combination if ever I've seen one. I have no idea what any of those things smell like. They must be a perfumer's interpretation of what a yellow poppy smells like, or pomegranate blossom, because as far as I know, those things are not distilled naturally. If they are, I would love to smell them for sure. And the base notes are benzoin, cedar, and vanilla. So I've just sprayed it wet on my arm here and it's been drying on my hand. I've sprayed this many times in the lead up to this. It's been a long time, like I said, a long time coming. And it's odd. I want to mention first that there is a note that they do not mention, but it is definitely in here, and that is aldehydes. And that is why I think people tie this to Dolce & Gabbana's Red Cap, because that is a very prominent aldehyde fragrance. This one's different though. So the way this smells to me is a very odd combination of a fizzy citrus, which is almost kind of like lemon sherbet candy, mixed in with aldehydes, which are powdery and a little bit skanky. So it's an odd thing. I'm not sure, or I can't really recall any fragrances that features citrus and powder as well. It's an odd thing. It's almost like juxtaposition. I would go so far as to say clashy almost, but it's pleasant as well. Even though it's a bit clashy, it works in a weird way. And it's not what I expected at all when I first sprayed this when I got it long ago. I'll stop saying that now. The spice in here is really unusual. It doesn't smell like pepper at all, but there is some kind of spice that's hard to pinpoint. I don't know if that would maybe be poppy seeds, I'm not sure, but if I had to liken it to anything, it's almost like a touch of green spice with a fizzy sherbet citrus and powder, and it's odd. A lot of people say it's glamorous. I think it's actually quite unconventional, and yay for a designer fragrance company to make something that is a little bit outside of the box, because nowadays they're not really pushing boundaries that much. So about an hour into wearing, I have like a crazy half an hour with this fragrance. There is a moment every time I've tried this, probably about an hour in, where something goes sour. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to. I don't know if that's my skin. Jennifer, does that happen to you? It's almost like the fragrance curdles on my skin, and the citruses and aldehydes are like, no, we don't want to work together anymore. We're done. We fell out. We're over. Don't ever talk to me again. But it's almost like the fragrance separates on my skin and weirdness happens, and that's the moment of it that I'm not too fond of. But then when it goes into dry down, we're back to good again. They're friends again. They made up. They went out for drinks and had a party. So it's really dry on my hand here, and this is where it's at its most beautiful, I would say. I can feel everything all swelled into one on an even level. So there is still the element of sherbety citrus, the powderiness is still there, but then you have more of a warm, resinous, vanilla-y thing coming into play as well, which is softening and sweetening the entire thing. And the skankiness, or the tiny bit of skankiness that was in this aldehyde part of it, is no longer there either. So you do have that powdery finish that aldehydes give you without the weirdness. It's really close to skin at this point, so it kind of goes a lot more comforting and fluffy and gentle, but it's clever how I can still feel that citrusy element and that little bit of spice even so far into the dry down. I've had this on my hand for 4 hours now, so I like it. There's a tang. There's still that tiny bit of sour tang. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's definitely an odd one for sure. And the dry down takes probably 2 or 3 hours because I feel like I'm fully into dry down mode right now. And then it's quite close. It's quite a strong one at first, and then it's very close to the skin at the end. I know this is quite an old fragrance, so I don't know if it might be different to how it once was if you got it kind of fresh, I guess. So that's always a thing when you review a fragrance like this, but I wanted to do it for fun, and I wanted to do it for Jennifer, and I wanted to talk about something that I had read so much about prior to smelling it. So that is my review of Moschino Couture. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much, Jennifer, again, and I'll speak to you soon. I'm out on my own, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. Goodbye.